Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Though COVID-19 cancellations ended up making many of the debuts virtual, automakers showcased or announced a slate of new concepts, cars, and trucks this week, all of them EVs. Originally known as the Consumer Electronics Show, it's only natural that CES would become more important in the era of electrification and semi-autonomous driving, but unlike in some past years, many of 2022 CES debuts seem quite close to drivable reality, and a few will hit lots next year. Here are some of the highlights. And in today's video, we will be showing you some of the best next-generation cars. Without further ado, let's begin. Chevrolet Silverado EV. Pickups accounted for nearly 1 in 4 new vehicle sales in 2021. And legacy automakers and EV startups alike have been readying an onslaught of fully electric trucks to tempt truck buyers. Many people expected Chevrolet to follow Ford's F-150 Lightning with an electrified adaptation of its existing and new in 2019 Silverado pickup, but GM has zigged in a different direction. Instead of reusing the architecture of the traditional body-on-frame trucks, it's based on skateboard platform, unibody architecture shared with GMC's Hummer EV pickup. Chrysler Airflow. The public got its first glimpse of Chrysler's all-electric future back at the 2020 CES, when the Vision Airflow debuted as a static styling mock-up meant to showcase an open, airy interior design. The mystery concept appeared again in 2021 in a pair of parent automaker Stellantis' media days, but almost nothing was said about the model at the time. On Wednesday, the automaker finally took the wraps off of the long-awaited crossover and talked extensively about the brand's future. Cadillac Inner Space. Cadillac's concept at last year's CES, the box-on-wheel social space, and the flying drone-like personal space didn't seem to have much to do with any existing Cadillac. This year, the brand is showcasing a much more relatable machine, the Inner Space Coupe. Like last year's machines, on the inside, the Inner Space is a vision of the self-driving future, a pampering whisper-quiet lounge space with no traditional controls. Unlike the previous spaces, the interior space's exterior takes cues from Cadillac coupes of yore, from the 1967 Eldorado to the 2013 El Mirage concept, and remixes them into a futuristic lozenge shape reminiscent of Audi's Skysphere concept. Mercedes-Benz Vision EQXX. At first glance, this new concept from Mercedes-Benz looks like a high-performance machine. Indeed, it has a drag coefficient of just 0.17, the stuff of purebred land-speed record cars or Le Mans racers, and a bit below the ultra-slippery EQS's 0.20. The aerodynamics, however, are aimed at maximizing its range rather than blasting around the Nuremberg Ring. The automaker claims that the car's lightweight and hyper-efficient systems are capable of delivering an astonishing claimed 621 miles of range from a sub-100 kilowatt-per-hour battery pack. Designed to showcase the next generation of the automaker's electric tech, the EQXX's battery pack is half the size of the ones in the EQS, 30% lighter, and boasts a 20% boost to energy cell density. Chevrolet Equinox EV. Pandemic-related slowdowns hurt its numbers in 2021, but the practical, unpretentious, and affordable Chevrolet Equinox was the third best-selling SUV in America in 2020, according to data from Motor Intelligence. That makes GM's decision to give it a dazzling tech-heavy makeover a big deal for consumers. GM did not give any mechanical specifications beyond the fact that it will use an Ultium battery when it teased the 2024 Equinox EV at CES, but what it did show has all the makings of a very desirable family crossover. Where previous Equinoxes have been plain, even a little cheap feeling, the Equinox EV's sleek and athletic design would look at home in a Buick store and bears some resemblance to that GM brand's Envision SUV. If you are enjoying the video, then make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos just like this. Sony Vision S SUV. 2 years after showing its Vision S sedan at CES, Japanese electronic giant Sony returned for 2022 armed with a mid-size crossover in the same vein, the Vision S02. Many EV startups and many legacy companies attempting to break into the car market have shown prototypes at CES over the years, but both of Sony's Vision S designs seem remarkably well thought out, with many details that look nearly production-ready. That said, Sony has no direct car-making experience, and while it announced a partnership with supplier Magnasteer to help make the earlier Vision S sedan roadworthy, it's unclear who might help build the vehicles. BMW iX Flow. In the opening sequence of Cannonball Run 2, that long ago Burt Reynolds chase extravaganza, a pair of Lamborghini-driving racers, actresses Susan Anton and Catherine Bach, outwitted the cops by changing their Countach's white paint to red with a trick and unexplained chemical process. Now BMW has made this fantasy possible with e-ink, the technology used to make text appear on e-readers like Amazon's Kindle, although the choices of colors are limited to white or gray, and the iX SUV is not exactly a Lamborghini. The surface of the iX Flow is coated in millions of microcapsules of e-ink, which contain negatively charged white pigments and positively charged darker ones. Depending on your preference, you can shift the hue between either, with the pigments moving towards the surface by means of an electrical field. Chevrolet Blazer EV. The most mysterious reveal at CES 2022 was General Motors CEO Mary Barra's announcement that in addition to the Equinox EV, Chevrolet will also build a fully electrified Blazer by the end of 2023. While splashy pictures of the Equinox EV abounded, just what the Blazer EV will look like and feel like isn't as clear. The current gas-powered Blazer was introduced in 2019, but given GM's migration of EVs to platforms based on the Ultium battery architecture, this new model may be a larger, longer-range version of the Equinox EV rather than an adaptation of the existing Blazer. VinFast VF5, VF6, and VF7. After a splashy debut at November's Los Angeles Auto Show, Vietnamese automaker VinFast showed off a trio of new crossovers at CES 2022. While the company may be short on heritage, having only been founded in 2017, parent company Vingroup dates back to 1993, it has big ambitions. In 2022, it plans to go fully electric, start selling cars in the US, and build a battery factory here. Because VinFast has no longer legacy of internal combustion cars, the first goal is a little easier to meet than it would be for a more established company. BMW iX M60. BMW's all-electric iX SUV debuted back in September, but still hasn't hit US showrooms. That did not stop Munich's finest from taking the wraps off of the first ever all-electric M-Badge performance car, the iX M60. Though its aero-optimized styling is an option splitter, its speed won't be. With 610 horsepower and up to 811 pound-feet of torque, BMW says the iX M60 will gallop to 60 miles an hour in 3.6 seconds, a hair faster than a full-fledged M car, the similarly sized V8-powered X5M competition. The SUV's flat floor, enabled by its skateboard-style EV platform, means more interior room and a lower center of gravity than the X5 too. After thrashing the SUV around their favorite road and race course, drivers can expect the iX M60 to charge to 80% battery power on a DC fast charger in as little as 35 minutes. So guys, let me know down in the comments section below, which one of them you like the most. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.